Today for ECON class, we're going to be talking about the idea of Adam Smith and through the use of currency, has allowed people to specialize in trades. And what we mean by this is normally people would have to work tirelessly throughout their life to produce everything that they would consume themselves. But through trade, people started being able to specialize, and through this specialization, a use of currency came along. And this currency, by trading and allowing people to just specialize in one thing, that allowed people to come up with one craft that they could do extremely well instead of doing a bunch of different things mediocrely. Now, we're going to use this idea to speak about the Olympics and how performance has steadily increased over time, which in the Summer Olympics, speaking specifically about track and field, times have decreased. And so, for instance, we're going to be talking specifically about the 100-meter dash. Now, to give you an idea about the times, in 1896, the person who won the gold medal won it in 12 seconds. And in the most recent Olympics, Usain Bolt broke the world record and won at a time of 9.69, that's just extremely fast. Alright, now when we're talking about specialization, there's hundreds of thousands of different things that people have specialized in to help athletes improve their performance, but we're just going to focus on a few today. The first of which is we're actually going to talk about the thing that runners run on, which is the track. Now, this track is all tracks are made out of synthetic rubber, and they're mixed in with something called ballast. And the ballast gives it the hard feel, but the rubber allows it to have a smooth feel for the runners. That way, it's an easy running, but it's also fast. And this is up until at least the 60s, people were just running on smooth dirt, and so you can imagine just the grip level that would be increased from going to that where there plenty of slippage or something could happen on dirt, where you can also run in the rain on this instead of it turning into mud. Now, and then moving on to something else, we're going to be talking about another simple invention, but just life-changing for a runner. These are called starting blocks. Now, this is almost the key for runners to be able to get their start out of the gate in such a short race, such as the 100-meter dash. And then the runners will place their feet in here, which will allow them to get just such a better start. And again, this just wasn't around in the early days of the Olympics. Alright, now moving on to a not so simple technology. It's more of an advanced technology that runners use is their shoes. And when I say shoes, I'm talking about track spikes. And then, for instance, these track spikes, they weigh less than 4 ounces. That's just enough to get a hold of the track, and that's about it. But on the bottom, you can see here are spikes, which actually are spikes. They grip into the rubber surface of the track, which we can get a shot of that. And then as the runner goes down, they go into the track, which helps them get maximum grip. You can see I'm pulling on it, and they're not moving. So, and then you can see on here on the technology, Nike was the first one to come up with this. And all these little phrases you can see here in these little bars. It's called flywire, and that provides maximum support for extremely minimum weight. And then there's tons of advances like this. I've always had preference for Nike running shoes, but moving on to there's tons of other brands, Asics, Reebok, and all of them are sponsored professional athletes to use their shoes when they run. Okay, moving into the apparel side of the advancements in sports technologies and it all comes from main brands. You've heard of Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, in which Under Armour was a real industry leader in the actual performance area, such as their technology in cold gear, where it helps keep your body warm to maximize performance, and then heat gear, which is real lightweight and helps keep your body dry from sweat and to keep your performance maximized. And then Nike and other companies followed. And another area that all all of these industries of all of these companies have moved into is the compression type clothing, which helps keep muscles tight and will perform on whether it's in training or actually on race day. Adam Smith's ideas of currency and specialization, and then we're using this idea to pertain specifically to athlete performance. These ideas have allowed people to specialize in just certain trades, which has allowed athletes' performance to increase over time, and then pertaining to the Olympics has decreased their times. And today we've gone over some simple and advanced ideas such as the track, the starting blocks, and shoes and apparel, and these are just a few of the many areas in which athletes have been helped to ensure that their performance will increase, and then moving into the future it will continue to increase. Adam Smith's idea of the use of currency and allowing people to specialize goes off the track and into everyday life. Have truly allowed our